Welcome to SSF, Shaw Sports and Faith, and I'm going to get right into this video. And these are my thoughts on the recent trades, the NBA trades that is. And I'm going to get right into the first one. I already covered the Suns, so I'm going to talk about the Celtics, who made a trade with the Wizards and the Grizzlies. And the Celtics was able to get Kristaps Porzingis via trade from the Wizards. And they also received the number 24 pick in the 2023 draft. And they also received the 2024 first round pick, top 4 protected next year. Also, and again, they received Kristaps Porzingis. Now, Kristaps Porzingis averaged 23 points this year, 8 rebounds, shot 49% from the field, 38 from 3, and 1.5 blocks. Also, the Wizards received in the trade, the Wizards received Tyus Jones, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala in a 2023, which is the number 35 pick. But the Grizzlies received Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, who was averaging 12 points last season and 6 assists, and he was the year before Defensive Player of the Year. Now, let's get into this trade. To me, I think the Celtics is going truly missed losing Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is their leader. Marcus Smart is the guy that gathered the troops. Marcus Smart bring you that toughness. He bring you that tough defense. Again, he was the Defensive Player of the Year. He's a solid passer. And the Celtics needed a point guard. They didn't really need a forward or a center like that to me. And because they had the scoring pretty much wrapped up in what's the guy name, man? What is his name? I'm getting mad. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So they had it wrapped up in those guys. Those guys to give you pretty much almost 55, 60 points a game. They just need to execute better in the clutch, and that's what they need a point guard for. And you lose it, and sometimes they don't play consistent defense and run their offense consistently. They up and down, and losing a leader like Marcus Smart, you're probably gonna have a lot more of those moments. But you should improve offensively with Kristaps Porzingis, who's a knockdown 3-point shooter, could mid-post guy, probably could do well in the pick and roll, but they don't have a point guard to really execute their offense. So I wonder how the offense is going to look, and the defense should improve a little bit, but losing Marcus Smart, a leader, is really, to me, going to hurt them. The Wizards getting Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is a good point guard. Really did well when Ja Morant was out. Really good point guard. Really smart. Can shoot the ball. Run the offense really well. Young guy. They're going to play pretty well. And they're going to look pretty good. That's a pretty solid trade for the Wizards. The Wizards are in rebuilding mode. But again, the Celtics are going to lose Marcus Smart. I don't really think they needed Kristaps Porzingis, but we're going to see. Now, let's get into the Warriors, who was a shock to me, trading Jordan Poole. Now, trading Jordan Poole wasn't a shock to me because Jordan Poole was so up and down this season, especially when Stephen Curry was out there. He couldn't seem to fit well with Stephen Curry in a lot because he needed the ball and he needed to get in the rhythm and kind of get his groove on and handling the ball and then going to the hole and getting some shots up. That's how he get his rhythm in. He's not really a guy that you could just somebody else is passing the ball, shooting. He needs to get his dribbles in to get his rhythm in. So that's why he really looked well when Curry wasn't out there, and it was just him running the offense. The offense was really dictated towards him. So I liked him. He's a young player, and he was going to develop into a solid talent. He's averaged 20 points this season, but maybe didn't fit too well with the Warriors. It's kind of hard to say that when he won a championship, but he would really struggle when him and Curry was out there. So, but I figured they would make a move, especially when him and Draymond Green got to fighting earlier. It didn't fit well, and so the Warriors decided to get up off of Jordan Poole, especially again, he struggled in the playoffs. But they got Chris Paul, trading for Chris Paul. Now Chris Paul, he had a solid season, averaging 14 points and 9 assists, but Chris Paul is up and down. He's 38 years old, going on 39. you don't feel the effect. You don't feel the effect of his game anymore. You know, he doesn't have a positive. He don't have that impact like he used to because he's so up and down. His defense, he used to be a hound on defense. He's no longer a hound. He's like a mitt. Now he used to call Gary Payton the glove, but when he got older, they called him the mitt. You know, Chris Paul is not that hound anymore, and guys they be looking for him to score on him because he's older. You know, he doesn't have that explosive, that quickness, that foot speed to stay in front of people. And also, you lose leaping ability as you get old, so your jump shot doesn't fall as much. You can't get past defenders as much, so he's not as, or should I say, don't have that big impact like he used to. So I don't. And then again, the Warriors already have Stephen Curry as their point guard. They moved Jordan Poole to get off that big contract to try to re-sign Draymond Green, who was another point forward for them in the defensive glue guy. Really great defensive player, and he's the captain, the leader for their team. So I understand the move, but I don't understand getting Chris Paul. He's not going to help you. Those guys really need a big man. They need a big man and probably some more shooters because Klay Thompson, let's face it, Klay Thompson's best days is behind him. Curry is getting older. They needed some more shooters, another 3-and-D guy, wing guy, and a big man because, you know, the Lakers killed them with their size. So I don't understand getting Chris Paul. It is really a head scratcher. So that was a bad trade. At least they're going to use him to make some more trades. So let's give a trade grade. The Celtics getting Kristaps Porzingis. They didn't need him. Losing Marcus Smart was really going to hurt them. I would probably give them a D-. I don't really see them having a really impacting them that much with Kristaps Porzingis because their problem is their offense their offense doesn't run smoothly, you know, and so they shoot too many threes. They need a point guard to really run their offense. So and they didn't address that so far. So I'm gonna give them a D-. Grizzlies getting Marcus Smart. I'm gonna give them a B+. They needed leadership with the Grizzlies. They needed some more defensive players. You never need enough wing defenders, and he's a knockdown shooter. He can not like he's not no great shooter, but he shoots the ball pretty well. So he's really going to help them a lot. So I'm gonna give them a B+. Also, let's go with the Warriors. The Warriors again getting Chris Paul. They got a lot of draft picks. They got a 2030 draft pick. Let me see. Yeah. So the Warriors got a lot of draft picks. So, but getting Chris Paul, man, you should have got somebody else for Jordan Poole. You could have got another better player, or maybe a couple players for Jordan Poole. But Chris Paul, I'm gonna have to get him a D-, man. No, that was a horrible trade. Getting Chris Paul. I don't know what the Warriors was thinking about. The draft picks later on down the line would happen, but I guess would happen. But Chris Paul, no, not at all. The Wizards getting Jordan Poole, I'm gonna give him a B+. I'm gonna give him a B+ because he's young, only 23. They got Tyus Jones young. I think they should shine Kyle Kuzma so they're a young team. And you can build around those guys, and they should look pretty good if they develop into what would they hope those guys could be. So I give them a B+. So yeah, if you like this video, give me a like, share it, and comment and tell me what you guys think. As I always like to conclude the video by saying peace and love.